Hey everyone, this is Tony, Dungeon Master for D&D Raw, and before we begin today's episode, I wanted to give some shoutouts again to some of our iTunes reviewers. First, I wanted to give a shoutout to The Doomsinger, said, with a cast of interesting characters and plenty of intrigue, this show is well on its way to an engaging and driven performance from the outset. Combined with a superb editing job and well-structured narrative, nothing should stand in your way as you join the party on their adventures in Orinthal. We really appreciate it. I take a lot of time editing these, and it's nice to know that it is being appreciated, and my party always appreciates that. You know, as much as fun as they're having, they do want to see other people enjoying things the same way that they do. Also wanted to give a thanks to Is Pepsi Okay?, who said that one thing he learned from old cartoon specials is that rules are cool. And yes, I agree. Clearly, we have been watching the same stuff you did as a kid. He says, bolstered by strong characters, the way the rules are rather more strongly adhered to compared to many other podcasts gives us a unique tone. He also suspects that it may be a useful place to help learn the mechanics of D&D, as every action is clearly explained, and they even have episodes discussing various D&D rules and mechanisms. Thank you so much. Is Pepsi okay? We all feel here at D&D Raw that the rules can be completely used and utilized while still having a lot of fun playing the game. And as I can clearly see that you've seen some of our rules as written episodes, we love debating them to no end and trying to figure out how best to manipulate it every now and then. But I'm so glad that you've been enjoying things, and glad to see that we have some old cartoons in common. My last shout out would want to go to Dulenheim. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but he was saying, as a fellow game master, he is no surprise that he found the episodes of D&D Raw with our rules as written discussions to be very helpful. I'm always glad that our discussions can help people out. We always also look for comments back saying, you know, maybe some way you figured out a rule that we didn't realize on the show. We're also glad, again, that our actual play can create interesting characters, some that people can relate to and feel real. I'm really always so happy to be able to see that our show is being enjoyed by people out there. Thank you so much, Dulenheim. Lastly, I wanted to give a shout out that is long overdue to a fan of ours from the beginning. I wanted to give a shout out to Jane2412 for constantly giving us comments on Podbean and always listening to our podcast. Jane, it is always a pleasure to hear your comments and your reviews on everything we have, and we hope you continue to stick with us long into the future. This is a big thank you and a big shout out to Jane. And now on to the show. With me, as always, are the following players.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm going to be playing Sildan. He is a Wood Elf, Way of the Kensei monk.
Hi, this is Bethany. I'm playing Saria, an Asamar, Order of the Immortal Mystic.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm going to be playing Daryl, a human evocation wizard.
Hello, I'm Nick. I'm going to be playing Tor, a Dwarven Inquisitive Rogue.
I'm Rachel, and I'm playing Kalima, the half-elf Domain of the Grave Cleric.
And we would all like to welcome you to Orinthal. Last time, the party followed Vral to one of his hideouts in order to get some rest after a very long day. They discussed what they felt was the most important thing to deal with in facing Ralayan. Would it be to protect the people of Orinthal, or to stop this evil once and for all? Kalima received a vision. During the night, Kalima received a vision from her god, Kelimvor, showing her that the souls of those that had been killed by the intellect devourers were trapped on this plane, and that they needed to be set free. With this revelation, the party knew that Ralayan must be holding some sort of magical soul-entrapping device known as a phylactery, or something similar, and knew that they would have to destroy it if they wanted to kill Raleon for good. As they followed Vral through the streets of Orinthal, making their way to his secret entrance into the Regent's seat, Saria and Sildan kept themselves disguised and their heads low, as they knew they were still wanted by the guards of the city. Finally, making their way into the seat of power of Orinthal, the party now needed to decide what to do next. And as you look ahead, you see before you the massive 7 towers that make up the Adamantine Palace. It's huge walls covered in a light gray stone, interlocked with metals, definitely made of adamantine and mithril. Just a little ways off from it, a little more to your north rather than northwest, you see a large stone tower made of the same light gray stone rising up before you. Off in the distance, you see several very nicely crafted houses where most of you would know that the more noble families, the ones who tend to govern the different districts, reside. Vral kind of turns to you. So, what's the plan?
We are to meet Tolven at the palace.
You want to get in the palace with all the guards?
We need to talk to Tholvin.
Well, did he say exactly where he would be meeting us?
He said he would send us a sending stone asking where we were.
Yeah, a sending spell. So, I guess we'll meet up with him. I was hoping to talk to Captain Marsk.
Most likely she'd be by the front gate. That's where the podium is. They're opening up the gate, and the podium is just outside.
If there were an imposter of Thamior, where would we go for him?
Now, Thamior would either be with the king right now, or in his tower.
So, our number one priority right now is finding Relion and that phylactery.
Well, how about this? What if we go over to where the area where the podium will be, and I can cast Detect Magic as a ritual, and we kind of just give the area a once-over to see if there's any magical items embedded in that area.
It's not the worst idea.
Guys, I can see if I can sense Relion. That would give us an idea, at least. So I will close my eyes. You hear me saying small prayers real quick for a minute, and then bing! What do I get?
Okay. So as you focus, you instantly get a ping. One powerful undead presence directly north of you, towards the Wizard's Tower and up.
Of course.
In the Wizard's Tower.
The false Thamior.
Okay. And I also get, you said CR and...
Well, you don't get CR, you get the type. So before, it's weird because it doesn't have type, but essentially you, like I said, it was just undead because that's kind of what it is, but it's essentially abomination undead.
Even better. Our favorite type of undead. The worst kind. Alright, so we need to, I guess, while we are hoping Tholvin will contact us in the meantime, we should go to the Wizard's Tower. Are we prepared?
Vral, do you know the layout of the tower?
Not off the top of my head, but I've heard sketches of it, or I've seen a few sketches of what it's supposed to look like on the inside.
As he's saying that, Kalima's gonna kind of hold out a hand towards Daryl. Would you know it? I mean, you studied here or something, right? That's...
What kind of check could I make to see if I have read a book about, like, maybe the layouts?
Straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence check?
It's a memory check, essentially.
So while he does that, we know that there's the secret entrance to the Wizard's Tower. There might be some value to going through that rather than through the, main door.
Isn't the secret entrance underneath? Mm-hmm. We know we have to go
through
up.
The source.
We'll have to go up regardless.
Yeah.
So I got a total of 6.
Oh.
I rolled a 2.
You can't remember if you've ever seen any schematics or anything on the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah.
I would say it was intentionally supposed to be kept fairly plain except for Relian's own study and rooms.
You mean?
Or no, sorry.
Thamior.
Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Thamior's.
Oh no!
DM
We
slip.
Plot
voted it all
revealed.
out.
Thamior's
Never
own
suspected.
study and rooms.
Well, we have two possible ways of entering. We can go through the secret route, which might take a little longer, or, and she's just gonna kind of look at herself. I am here to protect the ambassador. I may have some sway and some potential authority to get us through easier.
We will let you intimidate them.
As you guys are talking, by the way, particularly Tor and Kalima, you are noticed a few guards. Haven't seemed to notice you guys yet, but are patrolling around.
I'm wondering if maybe we should take the sewer entrance just to avoid any unnecessary contact with guards.
It does mean we'll have no backup, but no one will know where we are, though.
Nobody knows where we are currently.
That is true.
I just meant if Klima could try to get help.
We could go ahead and go up the tower first through the sewers, and should we come across anybody who questions us, then play that card.
True.
After a moment, Saria, you hear Thovin's voice in your head again. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to you soon. How easy would it be for you to find a spot to meet?
Want to meet in the wizard's tower?
Yeah. You just pop in over there. So I'll tell the group it's Thovin. He wants to know where we could meet.
Tell them where we're heading.
Okay. Do we just want to walk into the wizard's tower and what will be will be?
I think that's the best, but
I think we should take a more stealthy route. Because there could be traps or there could be intellect devourers posted as guards.
Let's say hypothetically we went below to go up. What stands between us and the passage to down below?
Is there like a sewer entrance?
There's one
by-
just outside of where you guys
Just
came in,
came in
fairly
through.
nearby.
Tony, are there any entrances to the tower that we can see that are higher up?
You do see a balcony up above that could have a doorway, like you would assume would have a doorway attached to it.
Can I estimate how high up it would be?
So the total tower is about 60 feet up. The balcony seems to be facing towards roughly the Debris district, where the Wizarding Academy is and all that. That is about 30 feet up.
Oh, 30 feet. That's nothing. All right.
I will say, if you kind of, as you're looking around, you do notice that there seems to be something at the very top that looks like kind of a balcony as well, as if you can stand on top of the tower and look out.
So I can fly briefly.
Can you carry people when you fly?
Tony, my understanding is yeah.
Yeah. It would require a little bit of strength, but yeah.
Yeah, I can only fly for a minute, but I mean, I could try to get everyone up there. I think that would be unexpected, but it would mean there would be, potentially, if things go sideways, a point at which we are split up.
If you would go sideways when you're trying to carry us up?
Yes.
Vral kind of goes, if you really need, I can climb.
but how would that get us up?
Does anyone have rope?
We do have rope.
Would this be highly noticeable to the patrols?
Oh, absolutely.
I vote we just walk in through the front.
Sorry, out of character, I thought it was on the opposite side. I don't want... I'm
You guys, okay, sorry, I didn't specify this super well. You guys are currently to the south of the Regent's seat. The Debris district is to your northwest, and the balcony is facing that direction.
Okay, but it's not very high.
It's not very high, it's 30 feet, so there is the possibility that you could kind of, if you're quick enough, you
Yeah.
could, just skirt up there real quick.
Yeah.
Can we study the patrolling guards' movements and see if there's a period of time where they are not looking in that direction for a minute or so?
I would require new stealth checks, as you would then have to kind of tuck away and hide and make sure you're not spotted by them, and then perception
All right.
checks
So,
from everybody if you want to do that.
I'm going to tell Thovin to meet us at the Wizard's Tower.
Are you going to say why?
Yeah, because we think that there's an evil lich whose phylactery is there.
Or maybe not a lich, but we detected a great undead presence.
I think I'm comfortable saying lich.
Okay.
It takes almost an instant for a response of, I will get there as soon as I am able.
Okay.
Sweet.
So I think
Dove.
flying up's a little risky, but I think that might be better because we would be coming in at an unexpected level. And I think we could do it pretty quickly.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Just for out of character reference, I have a 30 feet speed when I'm flying. So, and it lasts a minute, which is 10 rounds. So, thinking trips up and down.
So you would be able to get 5 of us,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You could do that in a minute, easy.
Well,
Your movement speed is halved when carrying somebody, so essentially you're doing the
Yes.
dash action up,
yes.
a
yeah.
normal movement down.
DM, I am correct that it's just feasible.
You can do it.
Yeah, it's just doable if nothing goes wrong.
Yes.
Okay, cool. But I will also... Can I tie a rope at the top just in case?
Sure.
And Vral will climb up. So, does anyone have objections to this plan?
I did not.
Works for me.
It seems like the fastest way.
I'm assuming you're going to try and do this and time your movements.
Yes, so we're going to try to avoid the guards.
Okay. So one more stealth check from everyone.
Yay! Stealth.
So the first person that you carry up there, they can tie the rope. That way you don't have to stop.
So we all are trying to stealth first, though, so we can hide, so we can see what the patrols
The idea
are
is
doing.
you're trying to make sure that you don't get spotted while you are studying them. This is what the stealth role. So a little bit of this is going to be essentially you guys are kind of trying to find, like, there's trees around. They're trying to keep a semblance of beauty within the Regent's seats. Sorry, you would probably even be a little, if not focused on what you have to do, you would be upset at how much they've taken care of the Regent's seat, whereas so many other
Yeah.
places are, like, devastated.
Yeah, like people are trying to... Just
People are
survive.
dying because they're starving within the city.
Daryl would probably not be thrilled about
Yeah.
that either.
No.
Okay.
Sildon, this was kind of one of those things where you were never happy about this, but you knew there wasn't much you can do as your focus had to be on your monastery.
Yes.
And Kalima, you already knew that and
Mhm.
hated this.
Yep.
Okay, so stealth checks. Saria,
23.
Sildon,
22.
Tor,
8.
Oh.
Daryl,
16.
Hey!
Hey.
Kalima,
7.
Oh.
Oh.
and roll.
We're carrying this team
And Vral.
with
Okay,
The stealth checks,
next I
yeah.
need perception checks.
Okay,
Oh,
this
all
is for the guards' movements, right?
This is studying the guards' movements and trying to figure out what timing would be best.
Whoa,
Oh,
that
now
is
I
quite the
roll
perception
awesome.
check.
This'll work.
All right, Sildon,
Natural 20, so 26.
Tor?
25.
Saria,
18.
Daryl,
20 total.
Kalima.
24.
Oh
What?
my gosh,
I'm
you
the
guys.
low number.
How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh my gosh, and that
Yeah.
wasn't a bad roll in the slightest either.
Yeah.
All right, so studying everything, you're looking around, you're fairly confident. None of the guards have rushed up to you. So you're fairly confident you can figure out the timing of this. You wait a few minutes, and just as one patrol seems to be going around the wizard's tower and off, you know that they continue onwards as another patrol up by the wall turns to focus in another area.
Okay.
And you realize
So-
this might be your chance to go.
Oh, we were kind of going for more of a Hitman style approach, Tony, where we assume their movements repeat, so we're just looking for the pattern, so we'll know what's coming around again, because we still have to coordinate order for who's going up when.
Get the less stealthy people up there first.
Yeah. Or that and send up Sildon and
Wait, who's strong? Is anyone strong?
Nope.
Nope.
No one's
Nope.
strong. Okay, great. I was gonna say someone could climb up themselves up the rope.
I have a good athletics though. Mine's +4.
Oh, okay. So, Sildon, I might let you climb the rope, just in case
Okay.
that gives us a little bit of leeway, so I don't
That's
have
fine.
to fly everyone up in case something happens up at the top.
You see, Vral has shifted into his hybrid were-tiger form, his claws fully extended, and he's like, I'm climbing, I take it.
Yeah. Kalima, do you want me to take you first?
Sure, unless you would like me to try to climb.
does Kalima have rope?
We all should have rope.
Adam the player just wants to go up to Vral and be like, "Kitty, kitty, kitty."
he does not
Can't
dig
you
it,
just
does
run
he?
up the wall? Or is that not
He's
yet?
not high enough level yet.
Yeah, no offense, but...
Yeah, so I do have rope.
Okay, so Kalima, I'll take you up first so you can tie the rope for Sildon to climb up, and then I'll come back and I will get Tor, and then I will get Daryl.
All right.
Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So, moving up, who is going first? So it's Saria, Kalima.
Sorry, and Kalima first.
Okay. Do you want Vral to go with you or wait? Because he intends to literally, like, climb the stonework.
Yeah, no, go ahead and start climbing, I guess, for Vral.
He has a climbing speed.
Oh, how fast
In
can you
his
climb,
hybrid form.
Vral?
It's half his movement, but that's still, like,
Okay,
in 2 rounds, he's at the top.
okay, gotcha.
Or at the balcony.
Okay, because I'm going to fly dash, so then I'm basically 30 feet. All right, so Kalima, let's go!
All right. I would like stealth checks with advantage from Saria and Kalima.
New ones?
New ones.
With advantage.
Stealth.
With advantage because you guys rolled crazy perception.
Natural
So this
20.
is like... Oh my gosh. Okay. Kalima?
14.
Okay. You guys rush forward. Just as you see, you think you've got the pattern down. You see a couple of guards begin to turn away and you go ahead. Sorry, you're releasing your wings at the base.
Well, I can't really jump and start flying otherwise, so yes, I
Okay.
will.
Oh, I just want to make sure you weren't releasing it any earlier or anything like that.
No, I'm waiting until the last second because I want to maximize how much flying time I get, just in case
Okay.
things are challenging.
All right. So you grab onto Kalima. I need a strength check from you.
Shoot.
Oh, guidance. I wanted to cast guidance on her before
Oh.
she started flying.
Thank
Cool.
you.
As soon as her wings release, you put a hand on her and release your guidance spell.
Okay, does that, she rolls the d4, right?
The target can roll a d4.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, I will roll a d4. So, that's a 16 on the die, plus a 4!
Nice. No issue. You grab onto Kalima, fly up, dashing as you go to get up to the balcony. As soon as she gets on the balcony, who's going next?
Okay.
I'm climbing the rope as soon as it's
Yep, I'm-
lowered down.
Yeah,
Basically
it'll take her
dropping
an
the rope and
action.
tying it,
I
so-
believe I was next.
Yeah,
Alright,
so I
so-
will fly back down for Tor.
As soon as you fly up and hit the balcony, Tor, you rush forward. I need a stealth roll with advantage from you, Tor.
Do I
Okay.
keep the same one, Tony?
You get to keep the same one because of natural
Okay.
20.
Yay!
That's why. It's because natural 20.
Please tell me you didn't get a natural one.
Well, one of them was. Thankfully, the other one was a 3 on the die, so it's actually
Oh my
it's
God.
actually a 9.
So he's like, ah!
And I'm the one with giant
Okay.
glowing wings. All right. So I think the guards don't seem to have spotted me, right?
They do not seem to have spotted you.
Okay, I'm going to fly down. I'm going to pick up Tor. I don't have any guidance this time, so it's just a roll, right?
Yep.
How heavy is Tor?
I have written down a weight of 145.
Oh.
I assume that's plus the armor.
So what's the strength?
15.
Okay. A little more difficult this time.
Yeah.
But you focus and push, and you're able to get Tor up to the balcony. There is a moment, though, that as you kind of look around, Tor, you notice in particular, one of the guards, as in their patrol, kind of pauses. I need everyone on the balcony to currently make stealth checks.
So, the 3 of us.
Yes. Sildon, I'm assuming you started going for the rope as well, right? As Kalima's time.
Do we have advantage?
Not this time.
Not great.
All right. Saria.
18.
Kalima.
12? What do you mean 18 is not great?
That's an 11.
Well, we have to make up for you guys.
That's what I rolled.
Tor.
23.
Okay. And Vral is actually up at the balcony now. Oh, but yeah, he's whatever.
He's whatever.
He's got a crazy high stealth. You quickly duck and kind of use the balcony as a little bit of cover. Wait a moment or two. Sorry, you know that at this point you'll be pushing the limits of your fly, but as you
Okay.
kind of peek over,
I
it
just need-
looks like the guards turned around and
All
kept
right,
going.
I'm coming for you, Daryl.
So, Sildon, first I need a stealth check with advantage. Daryl, same thing as Saria's picking you up.
23.
And then I need an athletics check from you, Sildon.
Oh, that's not too bad. That would be a 19.
Yeah, no problem.
Ooh.
You're pulling up the rope. Saria is able to get to the top before you are. With
Oh, well, I
Daryl,
need-
I need your stealth check, though.
And I probably need a strength check for Daryl, right?
Yes, and I need one strength check for Daryl.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, nice. I should have guidance on you.
I'm not that fat.
No, Daryl is actually one of the lower. Actually, Daryl and Kalima were the lower DCs.
Yeah. I rolled a 17 for my stealth check.
Okay. You guys move up and are able to get up onto the balcony. As far as you can tell, it looks like no guards have seen you.
Yay!
Yay.
Everyone's made it.
Plan success.
Okay.
Now we just murder hobo our way through the tower.
No, we would
Perfect.
never.
Oh, sorry. Now we just... What's the proper way to say it?
So you see before you, as you're up on this balcony, you see a solid wooden door.
Can we jiggle the knob, see if it's unlocked?
Yeah.
It is locked.
I do have these tools now.
What? Rawl, would you care to do the honors?
Oh, right.
I thought that Tor would like to actually break in his new set.
It doesn't matter as long as the door gets opened quietly and effectively.
Sure.
And Kali was just like, doesn't care.
You also see Vral has now pulled his dagger out and like unhooked his hand crossbow. He just looks to be ready.
Tony, I'd like to look and listen for anything on the other side of the door while Tor's trying to open it.
Perception check.
Can I?
I'd like to do that as well.
I would like to ready in action. If anybody's on the other side of that door, I would like.
I'm going to
take them
say,
out.
because Tor is at the door, Saria is going to be the only one that can listen in, unless you want to like listen and then trade and then listen, or wait and have Tor wait to unlock it.
Nope. I'm okay with Saria doing it.
Okay.
What'd you roll, Chris?
Not important.
You
it's a
hear
20
Tor unlocking.
Yeah, 22.
22. Okay. And Sildan, what's the action you're readying?
If somebody is on the other side of that door that is not friendly, like if it's not for some reason Thovin, I'm going to knock them out with my fists.
Kalima, is there anything you're doing?
I'm just going to get my shield ready and keep my other hand free.
So shield's on the arm.
Yep.
Tor, what was your roll?
20.
Cool.
Yay!
You realize this was actually fairly difficult. It took a lot of your focus and concentration, but as Saria is listening in with your 22, you think you hear some sounds. It's echoey a little bit. So whatever's like immediately inside sounds like it's either large or a little hollow. It sounds like movement.
Okay, it sounds like
But
a
it sounds
thing,
like
a creature is moving.
just moving about, but it sounds like it's the echo of it more than like them
Okay.
being right outside the door.
Okay, I hear what sounds like the echo of a creature somewhere in a chamber in the tower, but not right on the other side of this door.
Okay, well, I'm ready to take something out if it's on the other side of the door.
So, Tor, you finally get that feel just right, and you hear the click of it unlocking.
Yay.
Yay! Says Tor.
That is Nick.
Yeah, I know. Tor doesn't seem like a yay kind of guy.
No, nor would he do that while trying to do something very sneaky.
Mhm.
That's more of a Lily thing, I imagine.
Uh-huh.
Yay!
So, would it require sleight of hand to open the door quietly
Yes.
and slowly?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can do it.
Go for it.
Be my guest.
All right, I'm gonna do my pneumatic mind, and I'm gonna become better at sleight of hand.
Go for it.
24.
For a moment, you're not sure that she's actually even pushing on the door until you see it start to swing open. As you look inside, you see a small ledge and immediately to the right and left stairs. To your right, it seems to be stairs descending downward in a spiral, and to your left, it's stairs ascending upwards. In a little ways in, it seems like it's just a straight drop.
Oh, so we're not facing a wall. We're facing like we're on it's like a platform with stairs on either side?
Yeah, it seems like the stairs come up to this platform that leads to the door to the balcony.
Okay. So, let's open the door.
All right, door's fully open. You guys step onto the platform. Looking down, you can look straight down to the bottom floor. Looking up as you kind of peer upwards, you can tell that the spiral staircase comes to an end about 20 feet above you. And you see a soft glow actually coming from up above, but other than that, you
Okay,
don't.
so the stairs go up on one side of us and down on the other?
It's a big spiral.
Okay, gotcha. But we're looking down into the hollowness of the tower otherwise.
Yeah, as you step up into the tower initially, you have the platform directly on you, or the landing, and then you look down and you can see all the way down in the spiral staircase descending downward. And then
Okay.
you look up. You're in the middle of a spiral staircase.
Gotcha. Okay. So
Kalima's
you guys,
just gonna look and go up.
well,
I'm guessing up.
I vote up as well. Who?
I'm telling you
I
up.
also
That's why
vote
I
up.
sensed it.
I should.
I agree with up.
I should probably go first.
I will go behind.
All right, we're gonna start skulking up the stairs.
Are you being
For all
stealthy?
you do, you.
Oh yes, we're being so stealthy.
Yeah.
We are
Switching
trying to
back,
be stealthy.
switching back to diminution.
All this switching.
It's what I do. Yeah, Tony, can I switch to my miniature form?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'm gonna become Tiny Zarya. It's a total of 20.
Okay. Tor.
23.
Daryl.
18.
Kalima.
9.
Sildan.
Oh.
Natural 20, so 24.
You guys are worried. You begin to proceed upwards, and as you do, you come up towards the very top of the spiral staircase. The glow you see ahead, a slight pinkish purplish glow coming from the room above. As you come all the way up, you find yourself in a large, fairly empty room. You see above you, Saria, you have seen this before in the memory of a Tron, but 8 glowing orbs kind of floating up above. 2 of them, though, aren't glowing. And you recall from Matron's memories that they were initially. As you kind of step upwards, who was first?
Me. And can I whisper to the group that? I know.
Yeah, you can whisper real quick.
Yeah, but those are the orbs from Matron's memory.
So you're first up the stairway, and as you come up, you're looking off to your left and right, and you see wall that extends off to either side, and on either side you can see another stairway going up into another room, slightly higher up. Off to your right, however, you see a small gnome figure against the far wall, about 30 feet from you, slumped over, and it takes you a moment, but you recognize Gerbo.
Oh, shoot.
He's
All right,
doesn't look
I'm-
like he's moving.
I kinda do the whole gesture. I'm not gonna run over and help him yet. Can we go around each other? I don't know how narrow the staircase is.
You can go just barely side by side,
I'm gonna gesture
2 by
for
2.
Kalima to come forward, because I think maybe Casey's not okay. But we should all kind of move up cautiously.
Are you all coming up to the?
Yep.
I think so, yeah. We don't have anything else we can be doing.
If you motion to Kalima,
Yep.
she's going
Yeah, so Kalima will
to...
come
If
up
you don't let
behind.
her pass, she will be pushing you up.
Yeah,
because she's
basically.
back. So she's like, alright.
And you see Gerbo kind of lying down. You actually see he has a dagger that seems to have clattered and a light crossbow that seems to have clattered beside him. I'm assuming the rest of you are still on the staircase, kind of coming up.
Yeah, well, because I had to come
Yes.
up to have seen him, and then I was like, Kalima!
So you could have seen him initially just as you enter the room.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone in any further after I saw him until I got Kalima, and then I kind of motioned that we should all come up together. Yeah, and I think Kalima's right behind me.
Yep, I would have moved up behind Saria to start shuffling in.
Because either he's an undead or he's injured. Either way, we need Kalima.
I'm definitely perceiving for danger.
Yes,
Okay.
I think we would all like to perceive
I-
for danger, because this is very sketchy.
Yeah.
I'll be beside Daryl, I guess. Perceiving. Okay.
Vral's
I-
going to be just sneaking up near you guys. You guys can make a quick perception check.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
It didn't happen, Rachel? Not this
Does
time?
it ever happen?
No, but it could one day.
Someday.
Someday.
Did anybody roll well?
I got a
All right.
21.
Okay, good.
Good.
Kalima?
16 total.
Sildan?
Hey!
10?
Daryl?
9 total.
Tor?
12 total.
I got 21.
I know.
I know.
So, as you kind of proceed forward, sorry, you hear this a second too late.
Oh, shucks.
As you hear the unsheath of a sword, and appearing right beside Vral, Captain Marsk carves into him,
Oh!
and he drops to the ground.
Oh no.
Was he in Vral form or tiger form?
He was in hybrid form.
I should have gone full
We
tiger.
lost our kitty.
And as the blade, as she stops, she just simply takes a step back. Why? As she's staring right at you, Saria.
Mm-hmm.
You see she's shaking. She looks utterly enraged almost. She grabs the plate mail that you see on her, and it seems to come off her, and she tosses it to the side, and you see underneath she's wearing very thin garb. Reminds you somewhat of the monk clothing that Sildan wears. You see tears start to actually form in her eyes as she stares at you, Saria. Why did you do it? As this is happening, Saria and Kalima, you see a figure at the very top of the stairs, in the northern half of the room, just off to your right. You see a tall figure, hooded and cloaked. 4 long tentacles extending from beneath the mouth, gray skin and cracked in its appearance. And beneath its hood, you see pinpoints of light where its eyes should be, as it just comes up to the very top of the stairs, simply looks out at all of you. Mar still stares at you. She was the only one that we had, and you killed her! You actually see, Mar's body is starting to glow slightly.
Oh, shucks. Can I understand that she was talking about... Wait.
Fulmer?
Fulmer?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I can infer she's talking about Fulmer, who was something.
She was the one that raised us. You just killed her. The glow is intensifying.
And I'll say, well, then apparently, you're next.
I didn't want to do this.
Uh-huh.
I thought maybe he was wrong. But clearly you don't care. She kind of starts to angle her blade towards you.
You can always make your own choice.
What choice is it? You killed the closest thing we had to a mother.
She wasn't a mother. She was a jailer.
No. She took care of me. And I know she would have done the same for you.
She didn't care for you. She used you. She tried to turn you into something that you weren't ever meant to be.
She trained me. She wanted me to be the best I could be. And she starts to look at the rest of you. And so, Don, you helped her.
She was not a good person.
You barely knew her.
She
I
was...
knew what she planned to do.
She was evil. You don't have to be.
No. Rallian's told me differently.
She wasn't even herself. She was an intellect devourer.
And I heard her words for myself. She intended to cast Saria aside to dispose of her, as with the others.
Saria, Daryl, and Tor, I would like a persuasion checks from all of you. Saria, what'd you get?
I got a natural 1, so that's a total of 5.
Daryl?
I'm a little upset right now.
Aw.
I got a total of 15.
And Tor.
I got a natural 20, so my total is 21.
But nice.
She kind of seems to focus on one at a time, and she hesitates a little, looking at you, Tor. Then a voice, one that Daryl and Saria are familiar with, cold and dark, reaches into all of your minds. Kill them, Marsk. They killed the only ones who raised you. The only ones who cared for you.
Do we hear this?
You all hear this.
We all hear it's through the mental sound.
Big
system in our
telepathic
heads.
link.
Yeah.
You see some hesitation, and I would like perception checks from everyone.
Perception?
Yes, please.
Or something.
Saria.
13.
Kalima.
19.
Hey!
Nice. Daryl.
Hey.
I have a plus
22.
Tor.
22.
Sildan.
24.
Ooh.
Okay. Sorry, Saria, but everyone
Yeah, I know.
else You notice as that voice kind of finishes speaking, a soft glow appears on what seems to be an amulet that Captain Marsk is wearing that you've never noticed before. The glow of her body, though, is not intensifying anymore. It's kind of holding its position, but...
Do I recognize this glowing, Tony?
It's not exactly the same as yours, but
Okay.
it does seem similar.
Okay.
While yours, you seem to have a degree of control over, this seems like she doesn't have as much control over this power.
She's radiant raging.
There
Does
is a-
anyone else see that amulet that's around her neck?
Yes.
So as soon as you say that, she kind of takes a step away from you.
Can I move towards Vral?
Are you checking him out?
I'm gonna just use my healing hands on him.
Okay. You actually see, now that you're a little bit closer, blood has kind of formed under his nose and around his ears. It seems the sword does more than just slashing.
I'll tell him, now's not the time to hold back and be cagey.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Hey! Okay, it's better than my last persuasion check, so that's a total of 16.
Okay.
Can I start sidling around Daryl, sort of towards Relion, keeping, against the wall, just kind of like nonchalantly, like, no, I'm not doing nothing. Don't worry about it.
Reliant already knows we're here.
Yeah, he knows
So-
you're there.
I wanted to go to Durbo.
I just want to get closer to Relion.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'd like to put my hands up in the air and slowly just take a step toward Captain Marsk as I speak to her again. I've worked with you for some time now, worked for you. In a non-employment situation, I might even consider you a friend. I need you to trust me.
What friend would help her kill the only people who raised me?
Someone trying to protect innocents. Innocent civilians who've done nothing, but whose souls are now trapped by Relion.
She's going to take a step away from you as you get closer. Kalima, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, I wanted to start making my way, if I could, towards Gerbo still.
Okay. Relion, by the way, is simply just watching.
Oh, that's worse. I was like, I hope Relion's about to do something. Nothing? Great. That's creepy.
I would like to kind of keep an eye on Relion and see if it looks like he's going to try and cast anything.
You see his hands just seem to be in the folds of his robe.
Yeah. So I would turn to Marsh and say, I think you're supposed to be better than me.
I am better than you. And the light starts to intensify a little bit.
Captain Marsk, you are a good person. I have known you quite a long time. Think with your head here.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh,
Yay!
20.
Yay!
Nice.
Of course I would think with my head still on. I know that she killed Fulmer.
I killed the intellect devourer who had taken control of Fulmer.
Fulmer had been dead for a long time before that.
I would like, Saria, you to make one more persuasion check with advantage.
Please don't be a 1 again. 20! I'm also still tiny, by the way. This is a weird conversation.
We killed the intellect devourer that was taking care of.
You see her sword's kind of been pointing from each of you, and it wavers a little. The light kind of stops intensifying. It seems like she's right on the brink of whatever this thing is. Intellect devourer?
They're creatures.
What is that?
They take out a person's brain and replace it and control all of the movements of their body. They're disgusting abominations that take away your free will and yourself.
We do have an intellect devourer that we defeated if you need physical proof.
Relion
They-
is using them to control people. They aren't themselves.
They killed Noah Lightglide as well. My mentor.
They've killed innocents.
I would like one final persuasion check from Daryl on the Noah Light Glide.
5.
Oh.
I have no bonuses.
Okay. No. I know.
Can I hold out my hand to her?
Yeah. You see she turns the blade immediately towards you.
You could kill me if you wanted to. We both know that. You're stronger than me. But we need to work together to take down Relion, who's hurting people and destroying lives and souls, and you can hate me later for the choices I've made, but you have to make a choice for yourself. Don't be controlled.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
So, Kalina, you're currently at Gerbo.
Yes.
You've had some time. What are you doing?
You could do a medicine check.
Oh, I can do
Yeah, it's happening! It's happening!
Oh, man.
Medicine check!
Remain calm, everyone.
Guys, I got a 19 on the die.
What?
Plus 7 for 26. How's he looking?
Oh, snap.
So, looking him over, he's not dead, but he's not in good shape.
Not dead yet.
But she can stabilize him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, with Spare the Dying, it would stabilize him at 0 hit points, basically. He just wouldn't be dying. And it's a cantrip for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that while I then, as I'm down, doing Spare the Dying on him, touching him, not awkwardly, but just touching him, and kind of, looking around to, assess the rest of the room to see where everybody's at and what's about to go down.
So,
Yeah.
perception check from you. Sildan, are you doing anything else?
I think I'm gonna move one more step closer to Relion.
And I wanted to say one more thing to Marsk.
Okay, I'm going to let you do that in just 1 second.
Yeah.
Daryl, are you doing anything else?
No, I'm just keeping an eye on Relion in case he tries anything. I would almost say I'm readying an action in case it looks like he's going to attack.
You're almost saying. Almost saying.
What are you readying?
I would say I would be preparing a counter spell in case...
Oh, that's a reaction. So if he does a spell, you can just...
Oh, well then I would be preparing magic missile in case he looks like he's going to cast something.
Okay. Tor, are you doing anything? You've kind of had your attention focused on Mars, but I didn't know if you wanted to start stepping somewhere or...
Hands still up, right? Non-menacing. Just kind of giving also a glance to Relion, maybe not looking as closely at Captain Marsk now, trying to do an insightful fighting. Just simply sizing him up the way Relion's sizing us up.
Okay, go ahead. I'm confirming his deception.
He only has a plus 20, Tony's gonna say. So...
25?
Hey!
Hey, maybe he'll roll garbage.
Garbage.
Sorry, this might actually be a close call. Give me 1 second.
Hey!
Okay, so it's a little difficult, but you think you can get a couple of weak spots on him. So for the next minute, you do have advantage.
Wow.
And on Relion.
Yay!
So sorry, you wanted to say one more thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna say to her, you know that Relion is evil and needs to be destroyed. If you'll help me, and you still think that I made the wrong choice with Fulmar, you can kill me after this.
Make one final persuasion check.
Just a flat roll, huh?
You can do it.
15?
No.
It's not great.
She has the blade towards you still. The glowing has stopped and intensifying. Her hand begins to shake. The light starts to dim. And then, suddenly, you hear sound coming from behind Relion. And he turns back for a moment and looks ahead. And all of you hear, "It doesn't matter anymore," as his eyes begin to glow.
Oh, snap.
Marsk, do my bidding. And the amulet on her chest flashes. Her eyes kind of glaze, and her entire body glows in a brilliant light. And that is where we're going to end the episode for today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter at RulesAsWritten. You can also email questions to our DM, Tony, at dm@dndraw.com. Please subscribe. Leave us a review on iTunes. You can also subscribe and leave comments on Podbean, Google Play, and Stitcher. Thanks. Have a good one.
And we're going to pause here for now.
No. Rachel says no. I veto that.